Hey guys, in today's video we try to build the most realistic Megalodon as possible by giving him functional nitro pipes and real smoke coming out of his mouth.
What a crazy character! We got him as the 100 tier skin in the current Season 3 in different variations. As soon as I knew that I wanted to create him on a bigger scale and not just on a dime, check out the video. I asked you which features should be included in the clay sculpture. And you delivered. Thanks so much for your crazy suggestions, and I try to include it into the clay sculpture today. Megalodon is so thankful to be created and brought to life, with steam coming out of his mouth and nitro pipes all over his body. But before we get there, before we get to the crazy stuff we're building, I used the aluminum wire as always, now mixed together this special color, which is a mixture out of green and navy blue, and with a blueprint on the left side I can make some body adjustments to get the proportions right. Now let's give him some muscles and make him real strong. When you look at the character on the left side, the 3D model of Megalodon, you see he is really detailed. Then we have the features, plus your ideas, all from the community. Let me share some thoughts on organizing.
As you may guess, building a clay sculpture like this one with crazy functions and community feedback can be overwhelming. This is the tool I use, today's sponsor, Milanote. Milanote is a fantastic tool for organizing creative projects, especially in the early stages. It's like having a creative studio wall right on your computer. With Milanote, I can visually plan my projects, gather all my ideas and see how everything fits together. For example, here is a Milanote board I made for today's project. I have a main project plan, a list of materials I need, a to-do list of creation steps, blueprints I need for the creation, and many different boards, like a collection of all your community comments for inspiration. One of my favorite features is creating mood boards. You can easily drag and drop images, notes and links. What I really like is that when I create a mood board, I automatically get the names and codes of all the colors I will need. I also use the Milanote web clipper to quickly save photos and drawings from the web directly to my board. And I have an overview board with all the clay colors I need for this project. Milanote makes it so easy to collaborate. You can create different types of boards like project plans, shopping lists and mind maps. Plus they have a mobile app so I can access my materials lists on the go, ensuring I have the right clay colors when I'm out shopping. You can also invite team members to your boards, gather feedback and make real-time adjustments. It's like having your creative team with you no matter where they are. Thanks again to Milanote for sponsoring today's video. If you want to try it out for free with no time limit, check out the link in my description. Trust me, it's a game changer for organizing your creative projects. Now let's get back to our build. We have some amazing details to
Add to the trousers, like these leather stripes and buttons. And my most favorite part of the uniform, the clothes, are these patterns, which we have. I'm using one of my tools to get beautiful imprints. And now that we have added the belt, this is the belt buckle. It's a mixture of bronze, silver and golden clay, and it gives this beautiful metallic organic look, which we got here. On the left and right side we have two overlapping protection shields or foils, and they look like as if they were made out of something from the old world, which somehow survived, so it's just garbage. And you see this all over the place during Season 3. Either we have some skins, like the Peely skin, which uses garbage and leftover pieces from the old civilizations, or buildings and structures using garbage and leftover stuff. And once again, another beautiful pattern on the arms. After often hardening quite quickly, we can add some further details and working on the lower part of the legs, for example. Here we have got some further belts, which are a little bit thinner, and then the knee protections on both sides, which are asymmetrical, which means they look completely different. On the right side we have another shin bone protector, and it is added to the leg by wrapping around several rounds of a thin belt. This dark blue belt. The boots, they somehow disappoint me from the design perspective, because all of his costume, all of the character looks just so amazing and threatening. And then we have these regular boots underneath with these rubber soles, but I guess this is what he found, what he had when wearing and creating the costume in the first place. All the gear with the nitro pipes and also this beautiful back bling is fixed to the body by these two stripes over the shoulders. Then we've got some really beautiful shoulder protections, and I also really like that they are not symmetrical. The right one is slightly bigger and looks like as if it was stolen from a king. I'm curious to hear what is your favorite part of the Hunt of the Leviathan set where Megalodon is part of. Is it the Don's Dominator, the pickaxe, or is it his glider, this monstrous shark? I forgot the name of the glider. Maybe you can help me out. The nitro pipes are going to his hands, fueling his strong grip and giving him the true power in hand wrestling or sculpting or whatever he's doing with his hands. Maybe he's crushing enemy builds with a single squeeze, opening stubborn loot chests in record time, or giving ultimate high fives to enemies and sending them flying. We add very tiny details here. What was that? It was Crystal. But I'm too busy sculpting, I can't help her. In factories on the ground there are these metal plates, and they used to have this pattern, this anti-slippery pattern, which I tried to bring to life with this imprint. Now the connection pieces to the nitro pipes. And this is the one and only time I am creating them with clay, because all the pipes on the front will be created with transparent Lego pipes and tubes. Maybe you just heard Crystal again. She's screaming in the background because she's playing Fortnite. Yeah. The Pirates of the Caribbean crossover is really awesome, and I would love to create Davy Jones or the skeleton version of Jack Sparrow. Both look really sick. We are adding the cloak to the backside of Megalodon, and with the pattern, it looks awesome. I can't wait to continue and building our way up, now with all these beautiful elements on the backside. If you're enjoying the video so far and excited about seeing Megalodon come together, this is the time to give me a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more awesome content. And now let's dive into the crazy details, like this beautiful tube connection piece. And here you can see it fully with the back bling combined. What's your favorite part of the current Season 3? Is it the skins, the map changes, or the current add-on like Pirates of the Caribbean? These are my placeholders for the tubes, the Lego tubes, because I can put them into the oven with the clay for oven hardening. The tubes would melt, probably. I don't want to test it out. Please test it out. So we have this mixture of all the metal clay colors which I have got. And these are silver, golden and bronze. We can now stick this whole structure onto the chest plate of Megalodon. After oven hardening, we will remove the wooden sticks and fit in the real tubes. And now let's create the head. Let's create the face of Megalodon. Megalodon's face is a masterpiece of design, blending futuristic elements with a frightening presence. His silver mask is a standout feature, intricately designed with many geometrical shapes that catch the light and add to his intimidating look, like these sharp teeth. From his mouth, two exhausts emerge, possibly from inhaling the powerful nitro, fueling his immense strength and adding an eerie mechanical aspect to his appearance, and where we will attach the tubes. His glowing red eyes are like beacons in the dark, piercing through with a fearsome intensity that makes him look unstoppable. I not only want to pay attention to the design aspects of the head, but also make sure that we have tiny channels for the smoke later on. I will drill another opening on the backside of the head, and the steam will be distributed on both sides, hopefully coming out of his mouth. I'm so curious to see if it works. And finally we have his characteristic white hair, provides a stark contrast to the darker elements of his face, flowing wildly and giving him a distinct, unforgettable silhouette. This combination of features not only makes Megalodon visually striking, but also reinforces his presence in the world of Fortnite. If you are familiar with the pneumatics sets from LEGO Technique, you know that air pressure can move many different mechanisms. I'm using the pipes from the pneumatics LEGO sets to build a beautiful infrastructure for steam and nitro, which is colored water. Everything has to be sealed so we don't get a leak. For the exhausts, I use the small electrical engineering plugs. They just fit perfectly. Sometimes I'm just lucky and don't have to build everything out of clay. Before we test the smoke channels to see if the smoke reaches the mouth and exhausts, I'm going to color the two exhausts just like the original ones. I'll use silver, gold and bronze to give them this authentic look, and then paint the characteristic hole pattern onto them. This attention to detail will make Megalodon even more true to his in-game appearance. And now let's see if it works. Yeah, look at that! It even blows to both sides. With the silver pen, I'm preparing all the surfaces and give them a further metallic look. Last but not least, the skull logo of Megalodon and the Nitro gang. I am painting it with my acrylic white pen. With a scalpel we are adding even more details to the skull. Now just 2-3 quick strokes with a metallic green. We also saw this on the P-body skin. And now we're adding the head.
I can't wait to test out the functional nitro pipes, if it is working or not. Maybe we add some more coloring to the water. To make sure the liquid is bright red.
The moment has arrived. Guys, I guess. That's it! A functional Megalodon!
Oh no, we've got a leak. But it's working. We've got a nitro leak.
Thanks again Milanote for sponsoring today's video. You can sign up to Milanote for free with no time limit by using the link down in the description. Take care guys and see you next week.